What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody's having a great day. Today we're gonna install a cam in my dad's 2020 Road Glide Special with the 114 cubic inch Milwaukee 8 motor. So right now my dad's bike is a stage 1. He's got a D&D 2-in-1 billet cat exhaust. He's got an Arlen Ness air cleaner and a tune by Fuel Moto with the Power Vision. So he's a stage 1 right now, and after today's install, it will be a stage 2. So we're gonna go over here and show you guys what cam we're gonna put in this bike. So we went ahead and ordered a S&S 475C cam with the black pushrod covers. And what that kit comes with is a new oil pump, new cam plate, new lifter covers, lifters, they're called Tappet cuffs, but basically what the lifters go into, new gaskets, lubrication, Loctite, basically all the necessities to do a cam install on a new Milwaukee 8. We got our torque wrenches here and other tools we're gonna need to do the job right there. But yeah, this is what we went with. It's a really nice piece from S&S, and we're gonna go ahead and get started on this install right now for you guys. But yeah, it's a 475C kit, which stands for chain drive on the new Milwaukee 8 motor. So there's all the parts. Let's go ahead and get started with this install. Alright guys, so before we get started on the cam install, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a cold start of what this 114 sounds like stock with just the stage 1 2-in-1 D&D pipe, the Arlen Ness air cleaner, and the tune by Fuel Moto. So as this bike sits, it's a stage 1, and then after we do the cam, it'll be a stage 2. So basically what I want to do is start the bike up for you guys, let you guys hear it running stock, give you a cold start. The bike hasn't been ridden all day, so it'll be a nice, fresh, crisp, cold start. And then after we're done with the install, we'll start it back up, and you guys can compare the difference between the S&S 475 cam and stock. So let's start this thing up. Alright, so we got the bike jacked up now, we got the exhaust off, we got the air cleaner off. So now what we're going to do is take the push rod covers off. We're going to have to cut the stock push rods, and we're going to go ahead and do that now. But yeah, we got the bike jacked up, stock exhaust off, air cleaner off. Now we're ready to tap into the motor and get this cam installed. So this here is what we have to cut, the stock push rods. Alright guys, so we're getting ready to cut the stock push rods out of the bike. We ended up using the rubber band and paper clip trick, as you can see here. We bent a paper clip to grab the bottom of the push rod cover and then use the rubber band to hold it up here on this nut. Basically what that does is holds the cover up so that you can get in here with some bolt cutters and cut the push rods. And then before you do so, you want to roll the back tire in 6th gear, put the bike in 6th gear, and roll the back tire forward to where each push rod will have some play in it. You'll be able to twist it left and right, and when you have that play in there, that's when you want to cut it. You don't want to cut the push rod when it's not moving, like when it's stiff. That means there's too much compression on it, so you want to make sure that before you cut each push rod, there's play in it, or you can like spin it left and right. So we're gonna go ahead and do that now, and I'll pick up the camera when we're done with that. So now that the push rods are out, we're gonna go ahead and take these plates off here. It's a 3/16 Allen. Get those off and then move on to the next step. Alright, so now that we got the stock rollers or tappets out of the motor, we're going to go ahead and loosen up the chain tensioner and bust this bolt here loose on the cam. Alright, so here's the difference between the two cams. Here's the stock cam on the right, and then the S&S 475 cam on the left here. You can see the lobes are a little bit bigger. The duration on the cams are larger. See that? So, can't wait to get this thing in there and fire it up. Alright, so now that we got the cam out of here, we gotta remove that bearing. So we have a bearing removal tool we're gonna use to get that out of there. Yep. So we got the old bearing out and the new one on. We're gonna press it in.
They're an I, right, for install?
Yep.
You sure?
All right, so before we put the new oil pump in, we're gonna use some assembly lube, and you wanna make sure you lube all these parts up before putting it in the motor. Alright, so we got the new cam plate in, and now what we're going to do is torque all these bolts to 90 foot-pounds. Alright, so now that we got those all torqued down, we got to roll the back tire in 6th gear. We're going to roll it over a couple times. What, one full rotation? Two full rotations, just to make sure the oil pump gears and all that are...
Oh. You want 3, but go ahead.
We went 3.
Keep going. Slow down. Whoa, right there. Back it up just a hair.
That looks about right.
Can I hold that? Yeah, right there. You're good.
So you just want to do that to make sure the oil pump gears are all meshed and in there perfectly. So we're putting the timing chain back on now. You want to make sure you use red Loctite on the bolts for the sprockets. and then we're gonna put the chain adjuster on next. All right, you wanna torque these bolts down 24 foot-pounds on the bottom sprocket and 34 foot-pounds on the top. All right, so we got the cam chain tensioner going on now. You want to make sure to torque these to 90 to 120 inch-pounds. Now that that's on, we're all set with that. All right, so we got the new push rods and push rod tubes all installed here. You can see we went with the gloss black instead of the chrome. I'll leave a link in the description below on where you guys can get this kit from. But yeah, now that that's done, we're gonna put the timing cover back on and put everything back together and start it up. All right, so we got the push rods all put back together. That job is complete. We even have the black cover snapped in on top of each push rod. And we went ahead and rolled the wheel in 6th gear and made sure everything flowed and turned over perfectly and smooth. The lifters were working like they should. So we went ahead and put the timing cover back on and buttoned everything up. Now we're gonna put the pipe back on and start this thing up and see what it sounds like. We're gonna leave the air filter off for just a second while we start it up to make sure there's no issues with the push rods. And then, because we might have to make an adjustment to each push rod if for some reason there's an issue, but we did everything to spec, so there shouldn't be any issues. All right, so we just got everything buttoned up, got the exhaust on here. Now we're gonna get ready to start it up. First cold start with the new 475 cam from S&S. All right, so we got the bike buttoned up, bags back on, exhaust adjusted so that it's not hitting the timing cover. We got the black push rods. Look at that. Comment down below, let me know your thoughts on these black push rods compared to the chrome. Absolutely love the way that looks. Everything all murdered out. We just need to make these black now, but yeah, everything went together smoothly, and we're gonna go ahead and start it up one more time for you guys. But yeah, what a difference this cam made. The next video will be me reviewing it out on the road. I'll strap the GoPro on and get some sound clips for you guys riding next to it and riding on it. And then we're also gonna compare the Stage 2 Road Glide compared to my Stage 1 Road Glide. We're gonna race both bikes and show you guys the performance gains by doing a cam. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that video as well. But let's go ahead and start it back up for you guys, and we'll finish up the vlog. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's video. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel, make sure you smash that subscribe button. I greatly appreciate all your support on the channel. One last thing I want to mention is everything we installed today, I will be putting links in the description below for everything we installed today. That includes the SNS 475 cam kit. That includes the black push rods and the black lifter covers. If you guys are interested in purchasing this kit for your Road Glide and you want to do it yourself like we did, I will provide part numbers and links to those parts in the description below. So that's going to do it for today, guys. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Peace!